Minecraft is an amazing game, but it still has its flaws. Things like its price, the fact that it has no voice chat, and other things. But what stands out above the rest for me is the constant annoyance of certain mobs. So in today's video, we'll be discussing the best of the best, I guess the worst of every mob, starting with the 10th most annoying mob in the entire game, the Stray. The Stray is similar to the Skeleton in the fact that it's an undead mob that shoots arrows at you, but what sets it apart from the Skeleton is the fact that its arrows are tipped with slowness, which basically means it's just harder to get away and you end up getting hit more. Might I also mention that there is normally always more than one. Now the 9th place on this list is going to be the Wandering Trader. Admittedly, the Wandering Trader is sort of a joke. Don't get me wrong, the Wandering Trader and its llamas are the bane of my existence. But how can I take it seriously when its nose is as big as my dick? Satisfaction, of how annoying these mobs are, that's what I was saying. Number 8 is gonna be the Witch. And her main thing is that she likes to throw potions. Poison potion if you get too close, and a harming potion if you get too low. But she also likes to drink potions, like speed if you run away, and instant healing when she gets low. Oh, and can I also mention that she is as ugly as your big, dumb, fat mother dog. Just look at that thing. Number 7 is going to be the Vindicator. The Vindicator is a mob found in raids and woodland mansions. He uses an axe as his main weapon of choice, which is very different from the usual sword, bow, or shovel. But god, that thing is effective. It can two-shot you with full iron armor. Plus, it can disable your shield. The Vindicator actually takes us to number 6, which is very similar to the Vindicator in the fact that it is an axe-wielding maniac who does half your health bar by just looking at you. It's the Piglin Brute. Now, the only reason the Piglin Brute is more annoying than the Vindicator is that you pretty much need to encounter one to upgrade your armor to Netherite. They're kind of unavoidable. The number 5 spot on the list is going to be the Elder Guardian. The main and, obvious reason the Elder Guardian gets the 5th place spot is the effect that it gives you when you get close, being mining fatigue. Mining fatigue, fatigues your mining, I guess, and makes it even harder to get into the ocean monument that they reside in. But who even loots these things anyway? The rewards are mediocre at best, and definitely not worth spending an hour trying to get. The main reason the Elder Guardian is so high on this list is the fact that you kind of don't even need to be that close to it to get the effect. You could just be minding your own business, trying to find a good place to build a house, and all of a sudden you get jump scared by this, quite frankly, ugly fish, and you have to deal with mining fatigue for the next 5 minutes. Now the number 4 spot on the list is going to be the Vex. And if you forgot about these guys until now, I don't blame you, as they only spawn when you encounter an Evoker, which are only found in woodland mansions and raids. And why are they annoying, you ask? Well, they have a hitbox that can literally only be compared to a bat. They move pretty much as quickly as the bat, and even after you do kill them all, somehow, they can still spawn again. We're here. The 3 gods of being annoying, starting with number 3, the Phantom. Now the Phantom was a bit of a tricky one to place, as, you don't really encounter them unless you don't sleep for 3 days. But on the other hand, when you do encounter them, you just can't get rid of them. They fly in the weirdest patterns, about 50 million blocks in the air, so it's super hard to hit them with a bow. But if you're patient enough, you can wait for them to come down, and you should be able to kill them pretty easily, right? Wrong! Once you hit them once, they just fly away like little scaredy cats, and unless you have the patience of a monk, I do not think you are waiting for them to come down for 4 times just to kill them. Plus, they do double the damage of a zombie, so you can't even ignore them. I hate the Phantom so much that I even got a Minecraft expert to confirm. Roll the clip. I think it's working. Alright. Hey Billy.
Yes.
Are Phantoms annoying?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're on to the 2nd most annoying mob in the entire game, and that is the Villager. Now, I do have to give the Villager the credit it deserves. It is without a doubt the most useful mob in the entire game. But to get this usefulness out of them, you have to spend at least 5 hours getting everything ready. And with some bad RNG, that can easily turn into 10. Plus, they are insanely hard to transport. And if you don't build your base next to a village, you are looking at so much of your time wasted riding in a boat while this big-nosed freak keeps shouting at the top of his lungs like he's cheering for his favourite team to win the championships. Plus, they are the only passive mob in the entire game that isn't led by any item and can't be attached to a lead. But I guess that second one's for the best, because that would be kind of weird. Now we're on to the most annoying mob in the entire game. It's the Creeper. And while there isn't too much to cover, it is most certainly the most annoying. I mean, what other mob can literally destroy half of your house just because you got distracted for a second?